think I'm in love, but I've been feeling otherwise. These flutters in my stomach aren't butterflies, but cutting knives and not the butter kind. And if you listen close when she begins to speak, you'll hear a couple hundred sighs in the collective shut of eyes. Letters linger on her lips like lullabies. I think I've drowned a couple times inside her opal-colored eyes. She could do something as simple as sit down with the grace of Olympic dives. A perfect 10-photo shutter finish on her cocoa butter thighs. Catch her wearing loose pajamas on a Sunday, and she'd overshadow any supermodel on a runway. When she wakes up in the morning, she smells like vanilla essence and a bittersweet recollections of your adolescence. Summer camp and piano lessons and presents you got on birthdays. Orange creamsicles and double plays on first base. And walk past her in the halls, and if your shoulders feel the slightest brush, you might melt to liquid gold, the lightest kind of Midas touch. I've seen the way she drinks espresso during classes and reshapes a paper cup into an emerald-covered chalice. Sugar packets pouring crystals, napkin origami cranes, gunning gorgeous glances to me through her Giorgio Armani frames. She's nearly perfect in almost every way. But she's got shit taste in movies. Ask her for her favorite titles, and she always likes to say she's down to go see anything by Shyamalan or Michael Bay. And also she's a psycho in the kitchen, it's a travesty. What kind of fucking monster cooks their pasta in a microwave? And she does this thing where she corrects your grammar if it's wrong, and clicks her tongue and winks and shoots a playful finger gun as if she's won some sort of contest. Empress victor of a conquest, Mrs. Armchair Shrink, let me fix you with a comment. Princess kick you when you're down, worship her to a godhead. It seldom happens that she listens to my voice and doesn't chime in quick with unsolicited advice. An unapologetic tyrant, a passive-aggressive rivalry. Ask her a question and catch a handful of sass and irony. And trust me, really, she is just the worst of board games. Debates about the rules like legislators at a court case. Tampers with the scales of justice, wielding pencils as her gavel. Once I even caught her cheating while she kept the score in Scrabble. She's a fucking wreck at checkers, plays Monopoly sloppily, always bringing up disputes and games of Trivial Pursuit. Sucks at Battleship and Risk, she fights better hand to hand. And don't even get me started about how trash she is at Candyland. Like you can't be bad at that game, yet you lose all the time. It doesn't make any sense. But I'm no Adonis either. Fashion sense abysmal. I've got 2 Nirvana t-shirts that I wear to formal outings, and I've never owned a cardigan. Catch me buying cargo pants at Target from the bargain bin. Drink milk straight out the carton, use my hands to scoop out margarine. Breakfast table etiquette makes up our morning arguments, and I'm not a glass half full kind of guy. Shipwrecked flags, half-mast hull kind of guy. I never was an optimist, not too good at compromise. The problem is my ego's far too fragile to apologize, but she always calls me out and takes me down a couple pegs too. It's always nice to have somebody close who double checks you. And honestly, we wouldn't be ourselves if we were different. Yeah, she's clumsy and I'm stupid, those are things that we can live with. Being perfect's unrealistic, either way I like our flaws. The way I crack my knuckles off and the obnoxious way she yawns. The way I stutter when I flirt cause I'm not very good with courtship. The way she's gotta pee the first 10 minutes of a road trip. How when she cuts her pancakes it's in slices, not in squares. The way my daily coffee intake is a crisis, I'm aware. The way I talk in crowded theaters, the way she parks in parallel, the way she goes through pints of Ben and Jerry's salted caramel.
creators of Palm Springs and Mr. Robot.
You have two missing.
Always silence my phone, I keep my sins on the low. I like to do it alone, but I'm lonely. I just be taking my time, only do it if it feels right. But I'm feeling like I go too slowly. I never seem to have a grasp on these things. You know I wanna believe, but I just can't see how. I wanna know just how far I can go. Every direction seems to stretch out to no end. No, I could wait for all my life and never feel the time was right. Might break or bend, but some things you have to pursue. I'll make it all come true. I'll make it all come true. I'll make it all come true. I've got way too many thoughts running inside my head, but they will probably still be there until I'm dead. If I choose your way, I may lose my faith. I may be too late, no more time to waste. I may break or bend, but some things you have to pursue. I'll make it all come true. I'll make it all come true. I'll make it all come true. I fall apart, I lose myself. I take some time, it can't be helped. I hold my own all by myself. I keep my pride and nothing else. I fall apart, I lose myself. I take some time, it can't be helped. I hold my own all by myself. I keep my pride and nothing else. I'll make it all come true. 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 I'll make it all come true.
Something new. You could tell he's lying cause his lips move. You could tell he's lying cause his lips move. It must be nice to be the reason his work it ain't so bleak. That must be what motivates you. That must be what motivates you. All he needs is to see you smile. dark secret, but you're talking in your sleep. Totally banned from the kitchen, citing workplace health concerns. But they wouldn't tip you if it healed you. No, they wouldn't tip you if it healed you. She says the country's sweating out a fever born by what you do. And what kind of pressure did they put on you? What kind of pressure did they put on you? But at least she's waiting for you. Glass of wine after a long day. She dry your eyes on serviette tray. Dry your eyes on serviette tray. Fall asleep in her dad's Ford Mondeo that you stole from him yesterday. You look so cute when you're so angry. If I'm going down, you're coming with me. And you think that it gets better. Just you wait until next week. You're keeping a dark secret, but you're talking in your sleep.
Tide presents Laundry Truths Cold Hard Savings.
Oh, hey.
What's it to you? You're down another 8 ball. I haven't even got the cue. And you look dreadful when you jump to what you'll resort to. Singing chants, we ain't gonna hurt you. But when there's fuck all else to do, you could eat the phone from the headrest. Knock the wind out of my breath. You could kick the teeth into my head. It's no cause for concern. So what's it to you? You're down another 8 ball. I haven't even got the cue. Dreadful when you jump to what you'll resort to. Singing chants, we ain't gonna hurt you. But when there's fuck all else to do, you could eat the fun from the headrest. You can knock the wind out of my breath. And you can kick the teeth into my head. There's no cause for concern. gonna hurt you. We ain't gonna hurt you. We ain't gonna hurt you. 'Cause when there's fuck all else to do, we could eat the fun from the headrest. You could suck the wind out of my breath. And you could kiss the teeth into my head. And still there's no cause for concern. I said there's no cause for concern. I lost the passion that comes with living. Since I started university, I took a geography course to learn the datelines and maybe use a sextant. But now I just press facsimiles. And you're exactly who you wanted to be. Well, that's what you said. 'Cause you wanna watch TV and sleep all day and lay in bed, but you're forgetting that I've got to go to work and eat my food and pay my rent and reproduce, then feed those kids and maybe use a sextant. I don't miss you. I miss the thought of what we were. 'Cause this is the part where I shut up and let you infest my brain. Wrap your arms around my cortex, stick you in and let you drain. You'll never get rid of me. Oh, I'm like a fucking disease. I'll make a home in your gut. 'Cause it's somewhere warm to sleep. And what was your thought when you realized you'll never feel naive love again? Was it pain or was it sickness? Were you proud of who you've been? The shiner's waiting for his phone calls replaced by apathy and dating apps. You held his hand, it felt like flying. Now he's just another man. You'd rather he was inside than beside you. But he's talking marriage and a future. He's picking a lock he doesn't go into. This knife in a wound, he's a suture. I don't miss you. I miss the thought of what we were. 'Cause this is the part where I shut up and let you infest my brain. Wrap your arms around my cortex, stick you in and let you drain. You'll never get rid of me. Oh, I'm like a fucking disease. I'll make a home in your gut. 'Cause it's somewhere warm to sleep. It's okay. Anything to make you feel less love. It's okay. Anything to make you feel less love. It's okay. Anything to make you feel less love. It's okay. It's okay. Beneath my juice and need love. It's okay. Maybe use a sextant.
Empower yourself to unlock your potential at Goodwin University. We know you're busy. That's why we offer class time.
No, I don't want just sitting quiet, loving but It doesn't matter if it's new music climbing the charts or
Jaws the shark, lurking in the dark of the depths of the sea. One day on a lark, decides to get rowdy, get real violent. Takes a vacay up to Amity Island. Sunshine, lotion, fun in the sun, blood in the ocean. Everybody run, cause it's crazy how few fucks this shark gives. He'll eat naked ladies, he'll eat little kids, oh no. But the one thing keeping the community safe is a guy named Brody and his pal Richard Dreyfuss. Jaws don't know that a storm's gonna come. He just wants everyone to be his chum. Get it? Get it? The mayor don't care if the townsfolk die. He doesn't want to spoil the 4th of July. He's like, everyone cool it and go for a swim. But holy shit, here comes that fin singing Jaws is here. Here is Jaws. He is a shark without a cause. He was in a movie, you should watch it, it's called Jaws. Jaws is here. Here is Jaws. He is a shark who fights the law. He was in a movie that everyone saw. Long story short, the beach gets closed. The mayor's like, okay, yeah, this blows. Suddenly Jaws has got a price on his head, but the wrong little shark baby ends up dead. It was Jaws' little brother. Now he's pissed. The mayor just shot to the top of his list. He sneaks in his house in the middle of the night and he eats that fucker in a single bite. Golly. Now the mayor's dead, so Brody's in charge. He knows the real killer is still at large. So he and the Dreyfuss make a decision. They're going on a mission. They're gonna go fishing for Jaws. A man named Quint lets him use his boat on the condition that he'd be the one to cut Jaws' throat. Cause he was a sailor back in World War II, and Jaws ate his entire crew. Whoa, Jaws is here. Here is Jaws. He is a shark without a cause. He was in a movie called Jaws. Jaws is here. Here is Jaws. Oh, oh, oh. He is a shark who fights the law. He was in a movie that everyone saw. They're out on the sea. They wait all night. Where could Jaws be? He's nowhere in sight. Dreyfuss decides to go down in a cage, and Jaws shows up in a full-on rage. He tears up the cage like paper in a shredder, while Dreyfuss makes his wetsuit wetter. He hides behind a rock like a cowardly prick, and he doesn't come back until the end of the flick. Brody's like, we're gonna need a bigger boat, so they go back home and get a bigger boat. The biggest boat that's ever sailed, gonna kick Jaws' ass, or I guess his tail. Yeah, his tail. But oh my shit, Jaws jumps out and Quint gets bit right in half like a Kit Kat bar. Up in the sky, there's a shooting star. That's Quint. Up in heaven, he's a star now. Brody's angry, he's all like, fuck it. He takes a harpoon and welds it to a rocket. Jaws' last words are, whoa, respect. Then he explodes and it's a pretty good effect. Yeah, Jaws is dead. Long live Jaws. He was a shark without a cause. He was in a movie, you should watch it, it's called Jaws. Jaws is dead. Long live Jaws. He was a shark who fought the law. He was in a movie that everyone saw. He was in a movie that everyone saw. Jaws is dead. Long live Jaws. He was a shark without a cause. He was in a movie called Jaws. Jaws is dead. The Academy Awards. Long live Jaws. He was robbed. He was a shark without a cause. Sharks exist in real life.
The top stream songs in the United States.
Father, forgive me for you know that I am always sinning. I take no witch's body in with liquor, fucking nemesis. Excuse my language, that's a hang up on how shitty I've been feeling. I'm sorry I feel no attraction and now that it's been a bit. 'Cause I've been so long, so long. Father, forgive me for you know that I am always sinning. Take no witch's body in with liquor, fucking nemesis. Excuse my language, that's a hang up on how shitty I've been feeling. I'm sorry I feel no attraction and now that it's been a bit. 'Cause I've been so long, so long. Father, forgive me for you know that I am always sinning. Take no witch's body in with liquor, fucking nemesis. Excuse my language, that's a hang up on how shitty I've been feeling. I'm sorry I feel no attraction and now that it's been a bit. 'Cause I've been so long, so long.
We fight, the rebellion goes on. We know the night will end with the dawn. We stand
have to kill my cat? Why'd I have to take you back? And time I play the empath. I don't know why. Some lights on in an empty pub, a toilet with the seat left up. It's closure like a deer in headlight. One day I know that you will be there. One day I'll focus on the future. Maybe one day, oh baby, isn't life so fucking inconsistent? One day I know that you will be there. One day I'll focus on the future. Maybe one day, oh baby, isn't life so fucking inconsistent? So let's talk about what I want to do, 'cause all I want to do is turn back time at least a couple Tuesdays to before I found one life turned to. I said it last time, but I'm not afraid of empty rooms. I'm not afraid of new perfume, and in fact, my dear, I'm fucking terrified. One day I know that you will be there. One day I'll focus on the future. Maybe one day, oh baby, isn't life so fucking inconsistent? One day I know that you will be there. One day I'll focus on the future. Maybe one day, oh baby, isn't life so fucking inconsistent? Woo! One day I know that you will be there. One day I'll focus on the future. Maybe one day, oh baby, isn't life so fucking inconsistent? One day I know that you will be there. One day I'll focus on the future. Maybe one day, oh baby, isn't life so fucking inconsistent?
Only at Metro by T-Mobile, you can upgrade to 5G and get more savings.
Two, three, four. Pay the price, play the cards. If you dealin' right, then kid, you're gonna get far. The stakes are high, give it a try. Place your bets and we'll take you for a no stress now. Train out the guys looking like a mess now. Driving off the tracks, but I'm back and I've seen hell, but this is a bit more my style. I'm alive, I'm revived, I survived. You surprised, gonna cry about it? You should see the other guy. I'm returned and I've waited my turn. A decade of time to make everything mine. Am I the bad guy? I'll be the bad guy again, just like last time. And we all know how that ends. No one came to help, so I'll help myself instead. You think I cared? It was always a means to an end. I've got my second chance. I've got a new lease on life. It's not just circumstance. No, it was all in good time. So who cares? So what? I'm not calming down. Screw that. Keep up. Now look around. There's something wrong with me. I'm better now that I'm free. Cause I've seen the other side and now I'm back where I wanna be. It was 13 and a half years I spent on that platform in hell, but I'd come back hell bent. White streak in my hair, but no stress now. Train out the guys looking like a mess now. Driving off the tracks, but I'm back and I've seen hell, but this is a bit more my style. I'm alive, I'm revived, I survived. You surprised, gonna cry about it? You should see the other guy. I'm returned and I've waited my turn. A decade of time to make everything mine. This is my sunrise, this is my dawn. This is what I've waited for all along. All of this time, all this is mine. Mine, 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 all mine. Shut up and listen, cause I'm back and I found my will to live. I'll say I'm sorry, but you don't have to forgive. Cause regardless, I'm moving on regardless to the next big thing. A throne will always await a king. But now the trains of the station, the ticket price and my patience. A decade stuck in location, the misery and damnation. And now I see the causation of all this pain and frustration. It's everything that I've taken. Oh yes, I love the nation. There's something wrong with me. I'm better now that I'm free. Cause I've seen the other side and now I'm back where I wanna be. It was 13 and a half years I spent on that platform in hell, but I'd come back hell bent. White streak in my hair, but no stress now. Train out the guys looking like a mess now. Driving off the tracks, but I'm back and I've seen hell, but this is a bit more my style. I'm alive, I'm revived, I survived. You surprised, gonna cry about it? You should see the other guy. I'm returned and I've waited my turn. A decade of time to make everything mine. White streak in my hair, and I'm not going back there. And if there's one thing that I'll swear, I'll be back for a while, kid, so go ahead and smile.
Look, I won't pretend I understand it, babe, the afterlife and all. But as you died, you promised me that you would try to write or call, and I've been waiting ever since. Every Sunday I hold seances with like-minded adults and roll your corpse into the living room and try to find your pulse and then repine at the results. I've even got my windowsills lined up with ultraviolet bulbs, shrunken shrines of human skulls and other signs of the occult. But now I'm at a fucking loss, cause honey, nothing seems to work. Like I've been astrally projecting my body beyond my dreams through the fabric of space and time so you could spot me at the seams. I ventured through the upside down hoping you caught me in between, but maybe if you've got the tech, then you could haunt me on my screens. Like you should infiltrate my newsfeed. I swear no one would notice. You could float beside some bogus BuzzFeed quiz about the POTUS. Be a pixelated phantom ghost on clickbait propaganda posts and dictate what you're thinking through a catchy headline. Like one weird reason why it's great to be ethereal, or 20 signs you're dead now and your soul is immaterial. Or if it's late at night, then you could swoop in from the shadow realm and talk to me through pop-up ads that show up over adult films on anything you're into. We could start with MILF or facial. You could beam your interspatial spirit into interracial. If you're feeling sort of formal, we could pizza date on Skype, and I could call it corner over and we could share the corner slice. When it's time to go to bed, then we could leave our cameras on. And if the netherworld has one day shipping free on Amazon, then you could slumber as you ship yourself. I swear the shit delivers quick. Or send me the address and I could meet you by the river Styx. I Twitter beef with Namtar by the Tigris and Euphrates. I could snap you while I'm snagging sacred threads of life from Hades. I would loot Duat and photocopy pirate the papyrus, change the records and then have a Facebook flame war with Osiris. And either way, I can't wait to talk or reunite. I've been so lonely since you died, I've tried to walk towards the light. And if the gods of death oppose our harmless want to reconvene, then maybe we could sneak you by him if you haunt me through a screen. It's been far too long that you and I have been alone. You could rectify that if you haunt me through my phone. No, I don't wanna deal with voodoo dolls and figurines. I could do without them if you'd haunt me through my screen. I'm just frustrated, I guess. I've hung out out in countless graveyards, drawn pentagrams and slaughtered goats, and even took a course on hunting ghosts from Pentecostal folks, but never once have gotten close. Last month I sat with local psychics and their crystal jewels and tried to find my old T-Mobile sidekick phone from middle school, just so maybe if you're bored of fortune-telling tarot cards and magic words, then you could tweet 140 characters, so I could throw away my voodoo dolls and stop chanting my juju mantras that my guru taught us. And if you slide into some YouTube comments, you could scroll the comment page or you could leave it blank. If your specter is perceptible, we tell them it's a prank. And if you still don't send responses, I'd assume the problem's technical, and I would call Verizon just so someone could inspect it all. I'd tell him I just want a close encounter of the spectral kind. He'd ask if we turned on our modem router for a second time and plugged it incorrectly to the voltage power socket line, and tried to tear a portal hole through to your paranormal soul so me and you could catch up on a toll-free spirit mortal call. Or we could see a witch doctor, she'd probably be skeptical. Clinician with a stethoscope, the specimen not skeletal, the symptoms metaphysical, the convalescent soulless. At first her diagnosis could be we should try hypnosis, but truthfully, if you could choose the way that you're reborn, I hope you use the 3G phone and you eschew the Ouija board. And at this point, I don't really know why I learned ESP4 when you could just descend and settle in my USB port or my NVIDIA GeForce or my video AV cord. There's no need for Santa Muerte when I've got a QWERTY keyboard. We could play a game of esports, you and I'd be on a team, and if you're feeling odious, I'll put my audio on stream. I'll still have your favorite games, babe, I've got them all on Steam. We'll get started when you're ready once you haunt me through a screen. It's been far too long that you and I have been alone. You could rectify that if you haunt me through my phone. No, I don't wanna deal with voodoo dolls and figurines. I could do without them if you'd haunt me through my screen.
Goodbye, bench press. Adios, squat rack.
Shut me up, please dance with me, and I'll sing to you a symphony. Won't you kiss me? Shut me up, please dance with me, and I'll sing to you a symphony. Won't you kiss me? Shut me up. She's a goddess, a wish from a star in my heart.
Love the mochas here.
Too bad my budget doesn't.
I'd wear that mask of my